Ah, welcome, traveler. You must be weary from your trek on the road. Come, sit by the fire. Hang your wet cloak to dry. There's coffee if you want any. When you're comfortable, I have quite the tale to spin. Here, let me retreat to the archives. I'll be back in a moment. Ah, here it is. In this dusty tome, we will hear a tale that will serve as a reminder of just who is the most important part of your company. The most important aspect, in fact. This tale was written thousands of years ago, in November of 2021. Sit back, let the fire warm thy bones, drink deeply from thy cup, and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about CX and stuff, all in a hyper-caffeinated state. Happy Black Friday. Whew, what a year it's been. And this talk will go into a little bit of why I started doing Caffeinated CX and why I've increased my presence on things and everything else. So, if you don't know, in a couple of weeks, I'll be in Vegas speaking at Customer Contact Week. And yeah, as many of you know, I also have a podcast with the same name as this one. Although there I'm not so careful as to watch my mouth. Anyway, I started this because I believe in the mission of customer service, and I believe in that, I believe that everybody should spend at least a few years doing customer service, whether that's in a contact center or retail or anything that deals with customers either over the phone or face to face. I think everybody should be required to do that in order to, go on and do anything else. And here's why. It is a tough job. Customer service is one of the hardest jobs you can ever do. Why? Well, watch videos of Black Friday for your answer, with people trampling other people to get a TV. And I'm sure things have calmed down in recent years, but I still remember the videos of people storming Walmarts to get a $400 TV where if they had gone another day, it would have been $50 more. But people get hurt. The customer service people in the stores get treated like crap. And yeah, and that being treated like crap, that's kind of a running theme with customer service. If you type in customer service on TikTok or YouTube or anything else, it's, just be careful how you treat customer service reps, because you never know when you're going to end up on YouTube, I guess. So, and sometimes for good reason. In a lot of companies, a lot of stores, the customer service reps are, even though they're the literal face of the company, because they're face to face, they're still treated like garbage, like complete and utter garbage by the customers, by their leadership team, by anyone they come in contact with. Even if that's loss prevention, anything like that, because why not? And even the people who work customer service, a lot of this is ingrained in the culture, but it's looked down upon, even by the people that are doing the job, because they're constantly told it's unimportant. It's not life or death. It's the root word of service is serve, to be like a servant, and people look down on that. People who work those jobs look down on that. They look down on themselves, especially as they get up in age. So, but the whole purpose of Caffeinated CX, and before that, CX Rebellion, which is an overarching theme, is to change that, is to make things better for the people that are running customer service and for the people that lead customer service departments, and for companies to have more of a stake in customer centricity. And that goes to, well, this following saying by Richard Branson: put your customers second. And what that means is, if you take care of the people, if you take care of the employees, if they know that you care, that's going to be translated onto the customers. So there's a simple equation that I like to use, and it's EX equals CX squared. So employee experience equals the customer experience squared. So however the employees are treated, the customer is going to be treated that way doubly. So if the employees are treated very, very well, right, they're appreciated, everyone knows their names, yada, 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 the customers are going to feel that. The customers are going to be well taken care of. But on the flip side, if your employees are not taken care of, if your employees are neglected or ignored or anything, the customers are going to feel that doubly. So, and the customer service people, the customer service line, the frontline employees, no matter what they do and where they engage with the customer, are the most important assets a company can have. And at a lot of companies that I've seen, that I've worked in, they're often the least paid, the least trained, and the least respected. And I want to change that industry and nationwide. So we're at a good place here. We are at an excellent place here, and the customers can feel that. So from the CSRs all the way up to the technicians, we have a good core customer service thing going on. Now here's the thing. Customer service kicks in when customer experience fails. So it goes beyond just the front line. And this is true at every single company. Now, there's 4 kinds of companies. There's naive companies, there's transactional companies, there are enlightened companies, and there are natural companies. This comes from Colin Shaw, who is a CX expert, which that exists. So cool. I am a CX enthusiast, and I actually do have my CXP. So I guess I kind of am a customer experience professional on paper. But anyway, and the more you get towards that natural state, the better off your company will run. The bottom line will be better. Naive companies don't care or don't know how to execute on customer service. Mostly it's a don't care thing. Think of a used car dealership where you buy a car, you drive off the lot, engine falls out a mile away, try to take it back. They're like, well, you bought it as is. What do you want? Yeah. We have another one here for sale. It's also as is. Transactional is just that. Customers are a paycheck, period. They do have a little bit of customer service training, but that's like at the end of systems and everything else. Enlightened companies, they know the importance of customer service. They know the importance of treating their employees well. They just don't really know how to get there. And then there's the natural companies who the customer as the core of the business. They are incredibly customer-centric in everything they do. Even their meetings have a chair reserved for the customer. And the more enlightened or the more natural they are, they're also going to have a chair for the frontline employee, just reserved, right? So that in essence, the customer or the frontline employee get to hear everything the leadership is saying. So, and that's the cool thing about where we work is we're getting to that natural point, right? Right now, we're in the enlightened stage, if I may be so bold. So, we need to fundamentally shift the culture. And I'm not talking company culture here, I'm talking culture, to respect customer service and the frontline employees. And once we do that, once the nation, once the country does that, things are going to drastically improve. There's nothing wrong with being a customer service person at all. There's nothing wrong with serving your fellow human beings. There's nothing wrong with being that servant at all. And to think otherwise is just ingrained ego. So what do you have to do? You have to let go the ego. You have to subordinate the ego. It can't control you. And just because you're working customer service doesn't mean that you're not important, because you are. You are the face, you are the voice of the company. You bring in and you keep and you retain the company's most vital aspect. And that's it. This is my longest Caffeinated CX ever, but it's important. And I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't true. The customer service, the front line, and at a plumbing company that goes all the way from CSR all the way to technician, you're the most vital resource the company has. And it's time to start acting that way. Well, this has been Caffeinated CX, and I'll see you next time. Drink coffee.